Well, first of all, it's just fantastic being back at what feels like almost a pre-pandemic strength MWC. Those of us that have actually been loyal enough and come every year, uh, you know, it's good to see a full show and chock-a-block full of insights. The eSim Summit was actually fabulous. It seems like customers are finally understanding how powerful this technology is. And if I had three takeaways from today, I'd say first and foremost, understanding that roaming is really not a reliable solution. In fact, we're sort of abusing roaming when we permanently install devices on roaming networks. And so I think customers are finally getting that. They're getting the power of the single SKU model, right? So if I'm deploying to 50 countries, 80 countries, being able to do that with one SKU instead of literally hundreds of SIM cards from different network operators is a mission critical enabler of the use case. And then finally, the intergenerational reliability. So the trauma that 2G, 3G sunsets have created, for example, in the United States these last couple of years, being able to avoid that because eSIM can download a 4G or a next generation 5G profile is mission critical to most IoT use cases as well. So good stuff. There's more maturity now. We certainly haven't realized all of the potential, right? The shipments are ahead of us. The numbers are somewhere between 3 and 4 billion eSIMs installed out there by 2025. So we're just getting going on this journey for eSIM on the IoT side for sure. It all begins with your business strategy, business case around your use case, right? We think eSIM has a role to play in just about every use case, but it has to be deployed in the right architecture. What's out at the edge? How much compute's out at the edge? And what edge, by the way? The device edge, the network edge, back on the cloud. And so working with a trusted advisor typically makes sense. Thinking about eSIM makes sense. Making sure it's not one of those roaming solutions makes sense. I mean, Core's entire approach to this is to think globally but act locally, right? So we will download you local profiles so that you're always best quality of service, best price within the regulatory compliance requirements, not putting your users and customers at risk. So those are the critical things I would say that you have to think about from a global SIM perspective. And what we're really excited about is actually leveraging the GSMA's safe security standards. We are now enabling zero-touch provisioning with the cloud, with AWS, and so really taking all of the complexity out of this massive IoT deployment that's to come.